why community matters probably more now than ever is that 1 in 4 of us often have a sense of loneliness. So actually, if we're feeling more isolated, that can have a negative impact on our mental health. To the point that those of us that feel lonely or experience loneliness are 20%, 26% more likely to struggle with areas and issues such as depression. It's not just a mental health perspective that loneliness can have that impact, though. For someone suffering with chronic loneliness over a long period of time, obviously, if it's chronic, can be the equivalent. It can have the negative impact of the equivalent of smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So whereas we think of loneliness being and being a lack of community being something that is a mental health perspective, it can also have detrimental impacts on our physical health as well. So something certainly to be aware of. One thing I find is, unfortunately, as of concern, is that of the community within the UK, it's the 16 to 24-year-olds that seem to be suffering and struggling most with loneliness. And if you put that in the context of the access to digital communities, time on their phone, that actually feeling that sense of loneliness within that age group is something that perhaps we need to be very mindful of and aware and look to try and address within that age group. Otherwise, it will filter through to our older age groups and become more of an issue and potentially exaggerate those issues of chronic loneliness that I said has the physical negative impact. Just bringing back to why community is important, though, is ultimately if and when someone has that sense of belonging within a community, their life satisfaction scores tend to go up by 2.5 times. So if we can bring a sense of belonging, generate a sense of community, we not only have our mental health benefits, we have our physical benefits, but we also have an emotional benefit in the fact that people are feeling happier, more content with their lives.